the nation's favourite celebrities.
Arriba, arriba!
Paired up with an expert and a classic car.
Get in, baby. Rock and roll.
Their mission? To scar Britain for antiques. The aim? To make the biggest profit at auction.
What is wrong with you?
But it's no easy ride.
Yeah!
Who will find a hidden gem?
Game, set, match.
Take the biggest risk?
You know what? I'm going to close my eyes.
What?
Will anybody follow expert advice?
That's really awful.
There will be worthy winners
Get in there.
and valiant losers.
What are you clapping a loss for?
Put your pedal to the metal.
That is cool, isn't it?
This is the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. Kick back, relax and unwind. We're in Kent. With radio chums Aled Jones and Moira Stuart.
Dear heart, how long has it been? I can't eat, I can't sleep, I haven't seen you for months.
See?
I don't know what to do without you.
This is how it always starts. Starts nicely and then straight in there.
This is gonna be fun. Moira's career in broadcasting and journalism spans 6 decades, having presented almost every type of BBC News bulletin.
Gosh, how many years have we known each other?
It's been a long time.
It has.
Welsh singer Aled was catapulted to fame as a teenager with the Christmas classic Walking in the Air.
I remember back in the day, this idyllic, this angel singing. I mean, it was amazing. And look at you now.
And look yeah, how he's fallen.
Aled has released over 40 albums and enjoyed an illustrious career on stage and television. Our stars' paths came together when they joined radio station Classic FM.
We used to get up very early together.
Absolutely. And we used to get low down and dirty with gossip.
Yes.
Oh, do tell. Today, they've swapped the studio for the road and are cruising around Kent in the very swish, all-electric Porsche 911 sports car.
This is why I learned to drive on lanes like this, but not in a Porsche.
So, what about racing round antique shops then?
Years ago, I was the one who was nose pressed up against the window pane of antiques shops.
Oh, okay.
And just used to love window shopping, but that doesn't give me any knowledge.
No.
Just the imprint of my nostrils on many.
Well, that's a journey into the unknown for both of us then, isn't it?
Sounds like you are in need of some assistance in the shape of antique aficionados David Harper and Serhat Ahmet.
I've got Moira. The legend that is Moira. I just know that she's going to be wonderful. It's going to be so relaxed.
I wonder if Aled Jones is going to give me any singing lessons.
Of course he is.
I have got the worst singing voice. I wonder if they'll be in their comfort zone with antiques, though. And I think we should start before they get here.
Go for it.
Come on.
Yeah, I'll see what you are looking at, and then I'll buy it.
Game on then.
We're not going to fall out over antiques, are we?
My dear, now I can't promise, but I am totally non-violent.
Okay. I don't believe that for 1 minute.
I'm beginning to doubt it myself. Now then, their leisurely meanders around Kent, the Garden of England, will eventually deliver them to the seaside town of Ramsgate. But their shopping kicks off in the village of Chilham.
This is gorgeous.
I'm going to park it right outside. Do you know why? Because I'm driving Moira.
How gentlemanly.
Wait for me.
I'm going to get the good stuff.
I spoke too soon. Plenty of time, though. Bag & Barn has enough antiques and collectibles to satisfy even the keenest of shoppers. This 17th century barn is chock-a-block with all manner of treasures from a bygone era. All they need now are their experts.
Fancy meeting you here. How are you?
Aled.
This place is amazing.
I know, it's huge. There's more upstairs as well.
Where do you start?
Well, I need to start with knowing what you like.
OK. Maybe something musical.
OK.
Jewellery, watches, that sort of stuff. I don't know, really.
Well, look, there's thousands of items here. And there's lots of what you've mentioned.
OK.
Should we head that
yeah,
way
go on.
to
I'm
begin?
in your hands.
Yeah?
Yep.
Let's go.
for it.
They seem to be singing from the same hymn sheet. Have you found your charge yet, David?
David Harper. Oh, you.
Oh, we're lovely
I have
to meet
seen
you.
you on camera so often.
Well.
And I honestly, listened to every word.
Really?
And I'm still an ignoramus about antiques.
I love it.
I need you.
Moira, this is wonderful. So you know nothing. That's a dream. I can say whatever I like. You're going to believe it. And let's try and find some things that remind you of childhood. And I'm fascinated as to how you would furnish your house so we can all judge you ruthlessly. What? She would put that in her house? Lead the way.
Another dream pairing there, then. Moira and Aled each have £400 to spend. So let the rummaging commence.
What's this?
It's a very early-looking typewriter. So you pick your letter and you must push the button.
Wow.
To type that character.
It takes about 4 weeks to write one line.
229, that's quite a lot, though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
What do you think of these?
Patonk, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Feel the weight of those.
Wow. God, they weigh a ton.
They do.
Pétanque, a game of throwing or rolling heavy balls or boule towards a small target ball, rose in popularity in Provence in the early 20th century. The term pétanque, meaning fixed feet, reflects the act of throwing with both feet firmly on the ground. So there you have it.
£45 doesn't seem like a lot.
No,
does
it doesn't.
For what they are.
No.
And that they've got their leather holder.
I like that.
Yeah, have you ever played?
Yeah, I love playing.
They just feel fun. You could use them as a bookend,
Yeah.
a doorstop. It's sporting, so that appeals to people that collect sporting memorabilia.
I like them a lot. I love playing bull, so if we don't sell them, you can have one, I'll have the other. I'll meet you down the pub.
Hey, count me in. I love a bit of boule. Found anything, Moira?
Believe it or not, for someone who is totally non-mechanical, this speaks to me.
I think it's part of the building. Moira,
She'll bring the house down, that one.
you can't buy the building. But funnily enough, that is a very good spot. If you took that out of the building and put it in a shop for sale, that would sell before a Georgian sideboard because it's so on trend. You'd have it as a piece of art.
Artfully turned around,
Put it
Mr.
there.
Harper.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Honestly, honestly.
Now, where are our two likely lads?
Is this an old football rattle?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Late 19th century, 20th century bird scarer.
What a racket.
That's great, isn't it?
Football rattles, or clackers, were popular with supporters up until the 1970s, when they were banned to prevent injury. During the First and Second World Wars, however, they were used by air raid wardens to warn of imminent gas attacks. And long before that, they were indeed bird scarers.
I'm using it to wake up my teenage son. That'd be brilliant.
That
That's
would work.
exactly what I need.
I think that is also another interesting piece of sporting memorabilia.
Ah, OK. 46 quid.
I think you should buy that.
OK.
If you're up for it.
Sir Hat looks a bit rattled. How's our other pairing doing?
David, what's this?
Wow, that is huge. It's a joiner's carpenter's clamp, extreme size, 19th century. That, bizarrely, is never going to be used by a carpenter ever again. Never. But it will be used as a piece of art.
Ticket price is £120.
I would have that on my wall any day.
Exactly. Look at that thread. It's handmade, not machine-made. This is a serious bit of kit. It's solid oak, beautifully constructed, and it's the only one, Moira, exactly like it in the world.
Whoa.
This is a one-off thing.
I am... Wow.
Yeah. Well spotted.
Thank you.
That's gripped Moira's attention. Time to down tools yet?
Hey, check this out.
Clearly not.
Is this a discus?
I think it is. Yeah?
24 quid.
£24. Do you remember how... Did you do them at school as well?
Not really, I don't think. Go on, show us how.
Like that?
Oh, yeah, of course. I've seen the photos of the Greek gods.
I just nearly broke the lamp.
Easy, Tiger. The discus throw dates back to the ancient Greek Olympic Games and was revived in the first modern Olympics in Athens in 1896.
I love that.
I don't know what you'd use it for, but...
In the 18th century, a lot of items was simply put around the house to spark conversation.
And it looks lovely. Goes with our little sporting theme. Yeah, let's
A
go for it.
natural theme has reared its head. Let's go and speak to the shopkeeper.
OK.
See if we can get a good deal.
OK.
Bring that with you.
And I'll smile, you can talk.
No, you're going to have to turn your charm up.
Indeed. Together, the three items, the discus, the wooden rattle, and the set of pétanque boules, come to £115. So let's get the ball rolling with dealer Richard.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Well, that's been fun.
Good.
You just take that away from him.
There we go.
Well, 3 items.
Yeah.
And what we want to know, of course, is what's the very best price you can do for Aled?
Yes, this is the bird scarer.
Yeah.
The price tag on that's 46. So I can do it for 40. The pair of bowls.
Yeah, we've been called worse.
I can do that for 40. The discus.
We do need to discuss the price.
The discus of the price. Yes. 22.
I was going to say, if you don't knock it further down, I'll sing in falsetto.
Well, that's 102. I can do 100. You've got 2 smiling faces there, but I'm afraid I can only do 100 for those 3.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right?
Yeah.
So that's 40 for the boule, 40 for the bird scarer, and 20 for the discus.
100.
Lovely.
Thank you very much. It's been fascinating.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye now.
Leaving Aled with an even £300 in his pocket.
Oh. My knees aren't made for that anymore. And we're off!
Let's get this party started. Back inside, Moira continues on her journey of discovery into the past.
Now, Moira, you do not remember those. You definitely don't remember this.
Oh, it was rough and tough.
That's a fascinating bit of kit, isn't it?
Yeah, it
and
really
that
is.
has seen some action. Every wash day outside with a big tin tub, hot water, heated up by the range, loads of soap, and you'd plunge your washing.
He's done that before.
That's a lovely, beautiful, patinated wood. Look at that. The greasy palm marks, the sweat marks, and then copper on the base. A plungy boy.
Wonderful.
I've heard them described as.
Also known as a posser or washing dolly.
And it costs.
How much is it? 25 quid.
Whoa.
Now, what date do you think it is?
I would say 1894.
Yeah, bang on. You're very good. It's absolutely that, late 19th century. I love that. I think it's a real piece of social history. Should we go and try?
Yes.
Come on.
Taking the plunge with that and the carpenter's clamp, off they go now to see what Richard can do on the all-important price.
Sir,
Hello.
this magnificent, what's it called?
Object.
Plunger boy.
Plunger boy. Yeah, that's good. Plunger boy.
Is very, very expensive at £25.
Oh.
And I wondered, could you see yourself to considering £15?
I could probably see 20.
But you see, it's got dents and it's been repaired.
Can we meet in the middle somewhere? And get the deal
18.
done? How's that, Moira?
You are a handsome scholar.
Good haggling. Now for the clamp.
It is 120. Would you consider 80?
90.
So 90 and 18, so 108. Yes.
You make George Clooney look like he's not even trying.
You're just incorrigible.
Could we round this to an even 105?
Go on then.
Oh, thank you.
Dreadful. She's terrible. Dreadful.
I like her.
What a charmer, eh? And a very decent discount. 90 for the clamp, 15 for the washing dolly, leaving Moira with £295 still to spend.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Moira, shall I take the plunger and you get the...
You're too good to me. You're right.
It's a monster. Make sure there's no bodies anywhere near me.
It's like a scene with Tommy Cooper from The Plank. And speaking of famous Welshmen, Aled and his chum are out on the road.
So did that sporting theme come naturally? Is it something that you're passionate about?
Yeah, I watched loads of sport as a boy. I used to play tennis 5 hours a day. I played for Wales, actually, North Wales. I even played in Wimbledon. I was invited by the referee of Wimbledon back then, who used to like my music. I was like a 16-year-old who thought he was Boris Becker. They hadn't told me that the referee of Wimbledon used to be the Davis Cup captain. Yeah, he beat me 6-love. I was not happy.
I bet that caused a racket. Ooh.
So I would imagine that you're listening to classical music a lot.
When I was a kid growing up, I don't know what it was like for you, but you either loved pop or classical. You couldn't like both,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's true.
Whereas now, my children have grown up listening to, you know, Rachmaninoff 1 minute, Eminem the next, you know, so I listen to everything, like literally everything, because that's why I love music.
Eclectic tastes, a bit like antiques. Speaking of which, Aled and Sir Hat's next shop is in the coastal town of Herne Bay, a quintessential Victorian seaside resort. It was near here that record-breaking aviator Amy Johnson's plane disappeared in 1941. It's also home to Briggsy's Emporium.
Here we are.
A former picture house.
Right, lead the way.
Inside, it's a gargantuan 30,000 square foot space, so plenty of room for all manner and size of antiques and collectibles. Aled's got 300 big ones lining his pocket, so he can afford to go big or go home.
Oh, I love this.
Ooh,
See, I get all sentimental when I see these sort of things.
big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Would you have that in your home?
Yeah, I think I would. Playing on, you know, on myself, of course.
Well, if you can't blow your own horn a little, who can?
It's a bit bashed. There's a little...
It's a bit knocked, isn't it? It just says Kingfisher on the front. How much is it?
300.
300, that is exactly what
That's
we
us, isn't it?
have
Yeah.
got. I just feel with all the knocks and bruises, it's not £300 to me.
OK, you've just spoilt my whole kind of, you know... Does it work?
So how do what?
You've got it in stereo. Oh, you just have a little relax now.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's turning into one of your radio shows, Aled. Meanwhile, your classic confrère and her chum are also in Herne Bay for their next shop. Just across the street, in fact, at the Emporium.
Hasn't been feeling well for a while.
No skeleton staff on today. Now, let's get down to business. Looks like there's something to cater for everyone's taste here. Ornaments, trinkets, ceramics, crockery. But what else has caught Moira's attention?
David, you got to see this.
Oh, my goodness me. Moira, I'm really getting to know you through the objects that you're drawn to. I don't quite know what to say. Go on, talk to me.
I think this is amazing. If I had room, I would want that centre of my living room.
You know
I
what?
think it's...
You bang on. You're absolutely bang on.
You
It's
don't
bizarre.
disapprove?
I don't disapprove, because it is the market. I mean, the market wants traffic lights on their walls. These are very recent traffic lights. There might be 90s, 2000s, but it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. They care about the look.
Yes.
And they've got the look. Illuminated in a fabulous apartment somewhere, looking rock and roll and drop dead gorgeous.
They've got a rock and roll ticket price of £120.
If you had those in your living room, would you just put some clear bulbs behind, or would you have them do like a bit of a disco thing, Moira? I want to really get into your headspace here.
I think I'm going to throw you out of my headspace.
Are you scared I get into your headspace?
And are we talking about the antiques of the future?
Yeah, certainly. Bizarre as it seems, well spotted. So they're on the list.
I think I'm leading you astray.
You are.
Well, it looks like they've got the green light. What of our other Herne Bay duo? That's J for Jones. Never mind. They probably sold out. Two in one day, eh?
Hey, what's this? Look at this.
Hey.
God, that looks impressive, doesn't it?
Accordion. It's got some age.
Right, you grab one
It's a
end, I'll grab
two-man
the other.
job.
Yeah. God, I'm scared of breaking it.
Careful.
Does it work, do you think?
I think so.
Yeah. Da, da. What do you think? We're walking in the air. Oh, it's the future.
It's definitely your next album.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's 30s, 40s.
OK.
Yeah, there's a bit of damage here and there,
Yeah.
especially with the level work. It needs a bit of TLC,
Yeah.
but you can see it's quite well made, and that case seems to be the original.
Yeah.
How much are we talking here? Do we know?
Yeah, £100.
I think that could look quite appealing online. It's being used and loved.
Yeah.
Hopefully played. Better than that.
That was probably the worst tune anyone's ever played out of it, but, you know.
Still, it seems to have captured Aled's heart. Perhaps he can get it for a song.
Hey, this is right up my street. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, saxophone.
It's got the reed even in there, look.
Yeah. Do you want to have a go?
No, I'm all right, thanks. Excelsior, Sonorous, Class A.
Hawks and Son.
A renowned 19th century music company based in London. A merger with their biggest rival in 1930 created Boozy and Hawks, at one time the largest publishers of sheet music and makers of instruments in the world.
It's definitely been used a lot. Could do with a bit of spit and polish.
Yeah.
£150 as seen. I think that's just referring to that wear.
OK.
Well, that sounds pricey,
Right.
but you know, a new one would cost you way in excess of that,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
I love the fact that it's, you know, got a bit of history. OK.
A sax and an accordion. You setting up a band, Aled? Time for a chat with dealer Trudy.
Hi.
Hello.
We've had a great time. So many great musical instruments.
So there's the accordion, which says £100 on the ticket. Saxophone, it's £150 on a ticket.
Okay.
You know what's coming.
Yes, I do.
What can you do on the price?
Okay. Well, this has recently just gone down. So, 90?
Right, and the saxophone?
125?
We were hoping that you might be able to do both for something like 150.
160? 80 and 80. And we've got a
160.
deal. 160.
You're on.
That's a very generous discount of £90. Thanks, Trudy.
Brilliant.
Yours.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Judy. Shall I carry with the sax?
No, it's OK. See you. We'll be busking outside.
And off they go, with £140 still in the kitty.
There we go, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Why one instrument, one two, or two?
What would I do without you?
Carry it yourself.
Carry it myself.
Back to our other pairing. Any news, Moira? What's that you got, Popeye?
Oh, Moira, I have found something that you are going to love. I know this kind of architectural look, industrial look, modern look. This is right up your street.
You know me too well.
I do.
However,
Oh.
This can't be good.
I can't swim.
What has that got to do with anything?
I steer clear of anything that's water related. But this is, I love the simplicity, the starkness of
Look
it.
at that. Do you want to have a... It's not that heavy. It's obviously an anchor. It would do a job. It's a small craft anchor, isn't it?
Okay.
But what I love about it, it's a real anchor.
Okay.
It's not something that somebody's just made for ornamentation. Take a look at that. Look how the metal has literally been eaten away. This thing has seen active service in salt
are
water.
selling me this
Yeah?
anchor.
Look at that.
Are we talking how much?
60.
That is pretty good. Sold.
So we're coming out with potentially traffic lights and an anchor. What kind of trip is this? How does this happen?
Antique shopping is nothing if not diverse. Ahoy now! Time to do a deal with Deborah. Hi, Deborah.
Moira, do what you do so well. Hello.
Hello.
Lovely lady.
Oh, here we go. Right.
I am in need of your help. There are 2 items which are amazing. One is an anchor, and the other is a set of traffic lights. And together, it's 120 for the traffic lights and 60 for the anchor, so that's 180. I want to impress you with my mathematics. Is there any chance you would consider 120 for the 2?
No, but I could go 130.
That was interesting. So 130. So why don't we say 90 for the traffic lights and 40 for the anchor? How's that? 140.
130.
Oh,
You're not doing this right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's
why do they keep calling me? Give us some money.
Let's leave the maths to Moira, I think. In case you missed it, that was 90 for the traffic lights and 40 for the anchor. 130 smackers for the 2.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Brilliant.
Thank you.
OK, then. We better lumber these things out of here.
And they leave with £165 and some pumped up biceps.
Do not knock anybody off a bike or anything like that.
You'll stop the traffic with that lot, I tell you. Time to reunite our chums again.
I really enjoyed that. I expected it to be frightening because I know so little, or at least I knew so little. Mind you, I don't think I can be mistaken for an antiques expert. Now, what are you going to do later on?
I don't know. What do you think?
Dance
the night away?
Hey, I want some good nosh.
Now you're talking.
Tonight, I am going to do it up and have maybe a fish supper.
Your wish is my command.
Maybe then dance the night away? Nighty-night, you 2. Next day, and it's straight down to business.
Have you got any cash left?
I have. Over £100. How about you?
Funnily enough, I'm in the same ballpark. How did you haggle?
Yeah, I hate haggling.
Well, as I can't haggle, I threw myself on people's mercy.
Fair play. Nice. Good work.
And it certainly paid off. Yesterday, Moira and David plunged forward with a range of unconventional purchases costing £235.
This speaks to me.
I think it's part of the building.
While Alid and Sirhat nabbed some sporting and musical goodies for the grand total of £260.
Ooh, I just nearly broke the lamp.
A good day's shopping.
Oh, here they are.
Time now for a show and tell, methinks.
Get that boot open.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. Well, there's the better section there, Moira.
Yes, indeed.
First question, what is it? It looks like a plunger.
It is a bit of a plunger for clothes.
Ah, OK.
Yeah.
Not big toilets.
No. You wouldn't want to be plunging that in the toilet.
OK.
We like that. It's very well used, isn't it? There's a lot of welding there.
Now, Alid,
Yes.
what are those balls for?
Yeah,
Well, I knew you'd ask me that, Moira. These are actually petonk in their own little leather case. Or we thought earrings. They weigh a ton, actually. And then we've got a little discus, again, maybe a doorstop or a paperweight.
Yeah.
And my particular favourite.
Yeah. There were gas warning rattles.
Yes, so interesting boot.
Very interesting, but if you really want to be interested, all you need to do is focus in that direction.
You've got an anchor.
We've got an anchor. We've got a set of traffic lights.
What's the stick?
Well, it is a mid to late 19th century carpenter's clamp on a huge scale.
OK.
Huge.
Wow. And what do you do with it?
Clamp them.
Ask a stupid question.
Yeah, we've all bought really interesting, fun things. These aren't your bog standard cups and saucers, vases,
No.
You two are just being nice to us now. They're going, what a collection of rubbish.
Yeah, wait till we go for our drive. We'll have a real conversation. We're off. Whoa.
David's jumping in behind the wheel of the Porsche. Reminds me of a film.
007, eat your heart out.
No, not that one. I was thinking more Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Moira and David are heading to the town of Sandwich, an important port town in the Middle Ages where historic events that took place here would certainly have made the headlines. Their journey back in time begins in Sandwich Guildhall Museum, which houses a copy of the most important document of the medieval era.
Let me get the door for you.
Oh, you're gorgeous.
They're meeting local historian Margaret Price.
If you'd like to come through here, we have an edition of the Sandwich Magna Carta of the 1300s. And this is particular to Sandwich, which was reissued in 1297, which was then passed into statute of law, where the king has to obey the rule of law. And all the kings subsequent from that all adhere at the coronation to the rule of law.
So perhaps the beginnings of democracy. in
Absolutely,
Britain.
absolutely.
Wow.
The first Magna Carta was issued in 1215 as a peace treaty, signed under duress by King John, the unpopular King of England, to appease rebel barons. It was the first written document that established the rule of law and limited royal power. Copies of the original Magna Carta were made by scribes and sent to legal and religious officials to be read out in counties across England for all to hear.
So this is a way of getting that news out there to the country.
Absolutely.
You know, before your day on BBC News, reading the news, informing the public. This is how they did it, Moira.
This is extraordinary. And I'm looking at the actual script. That is extraordinary that scribes wrote so magnificently at that time.
Yeah.
Very important documents, and you touched on it, Moira, about it's the very early seed of democracy.
Yes.
So from that to all women getting the vote, what, in 1928? Took a very, very long time.
Yes.
You know, almost 1,000 years to finalise the democracy that we know now. But that is the beginning.
At that time, Sandwich was one of the Cinque Ports, a group of coastal towns on the southeast of England originally formed for military and trade purposes. Aled and Serhat have ventured to the Sandwich Medieval Centre to meet historical reenactor Bob Martin.
This is the River Stour, which in medieval times we were lucky enough to have it here, but it would be much, much wider.
Okay.
It'd be about a mile wide across here.
Wow.
And so when you say you could get 600 warships in this piece of the river, they would have done.
So this, back in its day, was a very important port.
Absolutely, the most important port, second to London.
Gosh, right.
And it's only because it's silted up that it fell out of use.
After King John signed Magna Carta, he persuaded Pope Innocent III that the charter was illegal. Civil war broke out between the king and the barons, who invited Prince Louis of France to come to England and take the crown. In 1217, the Battle of Sandwich took place at sea, off the Kent coast, leading to an English victory over the French, which brought an end to the barons' revolt. Here at the Medieval Centre, the Sandwich community celebrates its rich heritage, recreating how people lived, worked and fought, bringing history to life.
Well, this is our workshop area.
Oh, wow.
This is a space where we did a lot of the boat building. And this side, we've got blacksmithing and cookery.
Oh, okay. Who makes these? What are these like?
Well, these are
Can I
specially
take it out?
manufactured. Yes, you can. It's quite a heavy one, that one.
Yeah, it is.
But it's got a nicely weighted pommel. You can change the angle because it's weighted really nicely on the wrist. So.
Beautiful. Wow, look at that.
Oh, wow.
This is a halberd, and it's got a spear point, an axe edge, and a hook.
Have you felt that? That's so heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll never get them out now. Following the war, Magna Carta was amended and reissued. Once again, scribes picked up their quills.
Thank you.
And our four have reunited at the centre for a lesson in medieval writing from reenactor Julia.
So what exactly do you do?
I'm the illuminator. When books were handwritten by the scribe who was doing the text writing, with the job of the illuminator being more of an artist, would do the decoration.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Our artists' task today is to decorate their own initials using traditional materials, including gold leaf. This should be good.
So if I take this corner here,
Illuminators painted miniature scenes, intricate borders and ornate letters to help illustrate the text. It was a highly skilled craft.
so this work was obviously designed to last forever.
Yes, just the quality of the materials made that possible, being that they're written on animal skin, the finest quality paints, and the fact that they were closed to the elements.
It's all right, isn't it?
Lovely.
Hold our work up. Mine's gone modernist.
It's very nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Quite
lovely.
finished,
It's
yeah.
so delicate.
So
It's lovely.
delicate.
That was done with feet.
It's very skillful.
Written artifacts like the Magna Carta help us understand historical events, but also reveal how history continues to influence our lives today. Rather like antiques, which is what we need to get back to. Aled and Sirhat have made their way north to the town of Ramsgate, another Kent seaside resort that benefited from enthusiastic 18th century sea bathing. In 1821, King George IV decreed it a royal harbour, the only one in the country. Our audacious antique hunters are heading for Petticoat Lane Emporium.
Oh, wow, this looks massive.
You're not kidding there. This former 1930s roller skating rink boasts 10,000 square feet and over 200 dealers. Our high rollers will need to get their skates on if they want to see everything.
Sarah,
Yep.
what do you think of these? They kind of scare me, but they're bright, they grab your attention.
Pull its head off.
Oh,
It's a bottle.
jeez.
So they are from Murano in Venice. They're very famous glassworks.
Okay.
And these ones probably date from anywhere from the 50s right up until the late 80s.
Okay.
And these are nice because, as well as the sort of circus aspect of them,
Yeah.
he's playing an instrument, a
Yeah, and so
guitar.
is he.
And that one there, yeah.
A bit of the accordion.
What are we looking at price?
They're all about 38 pounds.
38, 48. Okay.
Maybe?
Maybe. I think it's a good start.
Okay.
How can you resist those happy faces, eh? Now, how's our travelling circus in the Porsche?
So Moira, how does a girl born in London, living the London life, how does she become the face of the BBC?
I don't know how it could happen. I applied to the BBC, and this inner city kid who'd never seen a real animal before the age of 11, from the windows of a train, I saw a sheep. Suddenly, I was invited to join Farming Today and tell you everything you never wanted to know about fat stock prices and wheat and corn and grain, whatever.
Wow.
While I was there, I was invited to think about becoming an announcer newsreader, and I...
So it was the voice initially?
Yes.
So they picked up on the voice? Because
Yes.
you had a very distinctive voice. So,
Absolutely,
you know,
very
if
odd.
we were blindfolded and you spoke, we would know exactly who it was. And all these years later, at the pinnacle of your career, you're on Celebrity Antiques Road Trip.
Yep, it doesn't get any better than that. Moira and David's next shop is also in Ramsgate. They'll be rifling and rummaging in Arch 16,
Funky. OK, we'll go and park up.
an antique and vintage treasure trove set in the town's 19th century harbour arches, housing copious amounts of delights. Eyes on the task, please.
Oh, this has got to be a bit of you here, Moira. I can see this in your home.
Like that.
Do you?
That is...
Yeah.
That is the right size, the right shape.
It's art pottery, and I love all these kind of geometric designs.
Yes.
And they have been intentionally scribed in to make it look like it's very amateur. But that's the charm.
Yes.
It's cool, isn't it? 60s, 70s, it's screaming that, isn't it? In the late 60s, early 70s, you were a height of fashion chick. You were there, you were in London.
But I couldn't afford it. I'm feeling a bit of chippage.
Oh, has it? It's got
Yeah,
chippage. We
yeah.
don't like a bit of chippage, do we? Oh, I
And-
see,
and-
there is
yeah,
some
yeah.
chippage. The chippage has drawn a line under it.
Absolutely.
That's a new word. I'm going to use that in future.
See, I'm useful for something.
You are.
I could be your assistant.
You could. I'd love you to be my. I'd love you to be my assistant.
There's an offer you can't refuse. This could be your lucky day. Meanwhile, just up the road, Aled is filling his boots. So far, a collection of Murano glass clowns has been tickling his fancy, but there's still plenty more to rifle through.
Hey, I found a bit of Wales.
Oh, yeah?
Port Meirion. You ever been?
I've been. It's very colourful.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And on a sunny day, it looks wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this is literally down the road from where I was brought up. I love their crockery and stuff as well, but I've never seen this before. Magic City.
Magic City pattern.
Designed by architect Sir Clough Williams-Ellis, Port Meirion is a folly tourist village in North Wales, a slice of the Italian Riviera on the Welsh coast. The eponymous pottery was founded by Clough's daughter Susan in 1960, originally to stock the village gift shop.
That's a great pattern, and you know the idea of Port Meirion, the place, is that it's a bit deceptive, isn't it? You've got windows that don't actually have glass in them, painted onto the facade, and in a way, Magic City says it all about Port Meirion itself.
Yeah, it does.
So it's a lovely idea. Do we have a price anywhere?
196.
It's very precise, but I just feel like at auction it won't do much price-wise. So,
with a tear in my eye, I say goodbye to Port Meirion. Okay.
Not to worry, Aled. There's plenty more crockery here if that's your cup of tea. Or you could go completely left field.
Look at that.
Wow. What do you think?
I think it's a very big bear.
It is a big bear. His name's Brian. Yes, he
Here
is.
it is.
£185 for Brian. Well, bargain, I would say. It's almost bigger than Moira's clamp.
Not exactly an antique, may I point out.
So it's between that and the clowns. Let's do a 3, 2, 1, and then you say the one you want. Okay, ready? Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Clowns.
Brian. We'll go with the clowns.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I'm here with my expert.
He's a clown. Is that what you're trying to say?
You block your ears, Brian. Don't listen to him. You were my favourite.
Bear today, clown tomorrow.
They're still there. Of course they are.
Right, come on then, you creepy clowns. Go on, I'll take this one.
Good.
Oh, no, don't drop
After carrying that accordion yesterday, it's your turn.
Roll up, roll up. It's showtime with owner Richard.
Here comes the circus.
You're not the first person ever to say that. Got a lovely little choir here.
Yes.
So there's 217.
Yes.
If you add all these up.
Indeed. And your point is?
No clowning around here, thank you.
This is what we'd like to buy, all 5. What would you do?
Well, I don't know, 167. 167.
That's £50 off, isn't it? Yeah.
We're nearly there. I mean, why don't we just show you what we've got? And then you can believe us.
20.
Hang on, is there a violin?
You've got loads, I've seen loads. If there's 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. So we're £27 short. Maybe we just go for the bottle or
Yeah,
something.
we could do that.
There's no profit for a pint of beer.
No.
A few clowns short of a circus.
I'll take your 140.
Will you?
You're a top man. You know what? Take it. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's a very generous deal. £140 for the collection of Murano glass clowns.
That's us off.
Yeah, take them
Thank
away.
you, Richard.
Yeah, they don't come alive at night, do they? Just checking.
And that's cleared Aled out of his £400 budget.
Yay, well done. All spent.
All spent. Great teamwork.
Amazing job.
That's Aled all stocked up, but elsewhere in Ramsgate.
Oh, David. Now this is cool. I love ginger beer.
Do you like ginger beer?
Do you?
I adore ginger beer. How often do we get a chance to drink ginger beer? How often?
And real ginger beer.
I know.
How old?
Oh, I would say that's Dalton or Dalton-esque, 1890, 1910.
Ooh.
Probably just before the First World War. See if the screw is in good order. A little bit of a chip there, but that's okay. You've got the original.
That gives it
Yes.
gravitas.
It does. It shows its age.
Yeah.
Like a fine wine.
£60.
£60. OK, let's see who made it, because it looks very Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
It should be... Oh, no, there's no mark there.
Oh.
OK, well, OK, so Dalton-esque. But it screams 1900. But look at the tap.
Love it.
It's a submarine.
Oh.
Look at that. Smells wonderful. That's original. I think it's a fun thing.
One.
You fancy that, don't you?
Absolutely.
OK,
Yes,
OK.
please.
Let's go and find a shopkeeper after you.
And gingerly took money with owner Ivor and his furry friend, Dolly.
He looks like he's the boss.
Sir, we have this magnificent item.
And it's spectacular.
It is. See, if it was Dalton, it'd be worth 60 quid.
Yeah.
All day long.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not Dalton, so what do we do? What do we do?
Well, I have to throw myself upon your mercy. Would you consider 35?
Goodness gracious. No, I think I can move on the price, but I would love to get 50.
What about 40?
Well, your charm is so extraordinary. I think I can accept that. Yes, absolutely.
Have I told you you're wasted? You should be in Hollywood. Right, OK.
Charm the birds from the trees, this one. 40 big ones for the flagon, leaving £125 unspent.
Moira, adores you. Thank you.
Ivor,
Thank you, David.
And I apologise for Moira.
Absolutely.
Cheerio.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Moira, if only this was full of ginger beer, we'd have a party.
And you couldn't pick it up?
I wouldn't be able to pick it up.
And that concludes the shopping. Time to reunite our celebrity pals.
It's been a long, fascinating day.
I'll probably be dreaming of playing boule and throwing a discus, and or maybe your huge clamp.
I've never been to an auction before. I'm frightened they're going to say, look, we'll pay you to take that away.
As if anyone would dare speak to a national treasure in that fashion. Try to get some shut-eye, you two, because you're gonna need it. Breaking news! Auction day has arrived and our foursome are prime for the sale room.
Well, whatever happens, we will never forget it.
No,
Have you ever sold at auction?
No, I've never sold it. What, me personally, you mean?
Yeah.
What, Welsh singer? We'll start the bidding at £10.
There'd be a bidding frenzy
Thank
for
you
you,
very much.
Aled, I tell you. After gallivanting around Kent, bagging bargains along the way, they've taken their haul to the coastal town of Lymington in Hampshire, famed for its salt, ships and sailing. It's also home to Lymington Auctions, where interested buyers are filling up the sale room on the phone and online. Master of Ceremonies on the rostrum today is auctioneer James Powner.
Selling the lot now, £130 with me.
Aled spent his entire £400 on 5 auction lots. Sadly, 2 glass clowns broke in transit, the surviving 3 costing just £90. Any thoughts, James?
The Murano glass collection should do well. It's got a very interesting stopper piece, which is a nice decanter. Should do all right.
Moira parted with a lot less, just £275 for her 5 lots. Any standouts?
I think the most interesting lot out of this group will be the traffic lights. Never sold a traffic light before, so it'll be nice to see if it sells. And I'm hoping for a lot of traffic online on this one.
And that's a green light for the auction. Come on, you lot.
Oh, it's hot, sticky and exciting.
Yeah, in that order.
I've never been to an auction before.
never been?
Absolutely
This is
not.
it.
Wow. This is the big time.
If Moira wins, I'm never going to speak to her again.
Thank goodness for that.
Well, let's get to it, shall we? Aled's up first with his combo music lot.
Is that normal, Aled, to put a saxophone and recording together in your musical?
Is it normal to sit in an auction room when it's 100 degrees? No.
Looking for £60. Looking for 60. Can we achieve 60? I'll go down to 50 then.
Try 20.
To 50. 50 now, looking for 55. Proved you wrong. Looking for 55. £50 all done. Selling the lot then £50.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's the problem, the death of arts in this country.
Quite right. Philistines, all of them. And one lucky bidder walks away with 2 musical instruments for a song.
If we take the saxophone and accordion out on the street, we can busk for the loss.
Yeah, well, you might need to.
I think you should cut your losses, actually. Moira's first lot now. Time to light up the auction room with her traffic lights.
How many are there?
But one set. How many do you want?
Of 3. What, you were just driving along and you saw them and you thought, stick them in the boot?
It's Moira. I mean, she jumped out.
40's bid.
Straight in.
45.
Go on.
Wow. 45. Yes. Any interest, 50. 5.
Go on.
Have you got family in?
Fair warning, 55 at the back. All done. Selling, £55.
55. Oh.
Well, that's come to a sudden stop.
You've got a bargain. Yeah.
Where were you with the accordion?
Indeed. Here we go with Alid's wooden rattle. Looking for a screamer here.
You don't look like the hooligan type.
Do I not?
It makes a racket.
And it's wood.
Yes.
It works.
I've got a starting with me straight in at £20. £20 looking for 22. 22 in the room, 24. 26. Fair warning. Selling, 26 in the room.
Wow.
Okay, well, do you know what? I thought it could have been worse.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Thanks, Moira, you're so lovely.
Unlucky. That took a dive.
Hey, we're good at this.
Which bit?
None of it.
It's not over till it's over.
No.
Yes, it's a game of 2 halves. Let's see if Moira's ginger beer flagon is a game changer.
That would look really good in a kitchen.
It would look really good, and I think
In a very big kitchen.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Can we get 20? Let's go for 20.
Go on.
£20. We've got to get £20 on this one.
Fair warning, fair warning.
£20.
Oh.
22. Let's go
Come
22.
on.
He's cheating.
22 at the back now.
Go on, internet.
24. Fair warning, £24. Selling to the internet at £24.
Oh. Oh.
You didn't get anything on that.
No.
Ouch. Cheers for that, Sir Hat.
I'm quite surprised at that one.
Yeah, I am too, actually. I quite liked
Let me
it.
dry the tears from your eyes.
How many tears would it take to fill up a flagon?
Oh, about as many as we're about to cry.
Yep, I'm about to tear up myself, yeah? Alid's next sporting lot now. Can the discus go the distance? Let's give it some welly.
£15. Let's go 15. 15 in the room. 15 now, looking for 16. Let's go 16. Any interest at £16 in the middle? Would you like 18, 18 front? 20. Yes. 25. 22, sorry.
Oh, no,
24.
5 is better.
26.
Well done.
28 at the back of the room now. Fair warning, £28 all done. Sold, £28.
Well done,
Great.
well done. Well done.
Wow, who knew?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
You really can't tell, can you?
No.
Cut and thrust of the sale room, and the first profit of the day. More, please.
He was straight in, he knew the technique and everything.
Did you do a couple of spins first and then go?
If we win against you, I will do a couple of spins out in the car park.
That's fighting talk. Moira's up now with her boat anchor. Will it throw her a lifeline?
it's a big
Anchor.
Anchor.
There's only one team who know what they're doing here, and that's not us.
£20. Let's go £20 on this slot. Can we get 20? Looking for £18.
Come on.
Have we got £18?
We need 120.
We all need 120.
18 looking for 20.
Oh, God. What?
Fair warning then, £18 all done.
Oh!
We are going to have to walk home. I can see it now.
Yeah.
Or swim home, perhaps. We may have run adrift here.
But an anchor by an anchor woman, that's not bad, is it?
Hey, we never
Oh,
thought
you
about
are
that, did we?
on top form.
Yeah, that's good.
Leave the clowning around to me, if you please. Speaking of which, here comes Alid's Murano Glass Circus.
I think the star of the show is the bottle.
Something very colourful that will fill your life with colour or will give you endless nightmares.
Oh.
Can we get 40? Looking for 40. I'll drop to 35. Any interest at £35? 35 at the back. Let's go 40. 40. 40 looking for 45 elsewhere. 45 at the back of the room now. Would you like 50?
Yeah.
£50.
Oh, yay!
Selling the lot, £50.
There we go.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
When I sleep tonight, they'll still be there going,
Well, someone's got to grin and bear this bidding.
You know when you've just got to buy something?
yeah, that wasn't it.
Surely Moira's carpenter's clamp will get her out of the woods.
Massive. What was it, about 8 feet tall or something bonkers?
Something like that.
Yeah.
At least.
And what, you just put your enemies in it?
You could do it. Yeah, you could.
Let's go for £50. Any interest at 50?
Come on now.
40 then. Any interest at 40?
Wow. No boat builders, eh?
I mean, it's torture, and it looks like a torture instrument.
I'll drop to 30. £30 bid.
Wow.
Looking for 35. Fair warning. Selling to the internet at £30.
Well done. Welcome to my club.
At least it's united our rivals.
If you were to mount it, it would look good. Except no one else thought that.
No.
Not even us.
No.
Why don't you keep on stirring?
Aled's final lot now, the pair of pétanque boules. Let's knock this one out of the park.
I tell you what, I would buy them.
Yeah.
There'd be a good Sunday morning on the lawn.
Yeah.
Bit of fun.
Yeah.
Invite some friends around. Just one.
Yeah. Well, there's only 2, so you'll be all right.
Let's go for £25. Any interest at 25?
Whoa.
Go down to 20 then. Let's get
Wow.
20 pounds bid.
Good.
Looking
Oh, that's
for
all right.
22. 22 at the back now. Looking for 24, 24, 26, 28 internet,
Oh, yes.
Come on.
28. Fair warning, selling £28.
That's all right, that's
You
good.
call that?
Love the optimism, Aled. Just not quite the profits we're looking for.
They're doing too well. They are going too well.
You call that too well?
Yeah.
Bidders just aren't playing ball today. Moira's last stop now. Will the washing dolly plunge her into profit?
You remember wash days as a kid? Granny?
What, like that big metal thing you put your clothes in?
£10 at the back's gone. 12, 12, 14. Can we get 14?
Come on, we need a profit on this.
12 at the back now, looking for 14. All done. £12. Sold at £12.
Unbelievable.
What an unbelievable auction, actually.
I tell you what, let's get out of here.
Come on, I think we need to get out of here.
I'm sticking to the singing.
I wish I could sing.
And with a song in my heart, it's time to tot up the scores. Aled and Sir Hat had some big hits, not that kind, making a loss of £220.76 after auction costs. While Moira and David, also after showroom fees, had slightly smaller losses of £181.02, making Moira and David today's headline winners, with Aled and Sir Hat singing for their supper.
Well, I'm going to have to learn how to play the saxophone now, aren't I?
Gentlemen.
Oh, what a superstar you are.
Wonderful.
Well done.
Wonderful things. All because of you.
Oh.
I never knew that you were such a sports person.
Well, can't you tell?
Look at that light
Look
body.
at it.
Hey, good fun though.
Yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah,
Great fun.
Come on, lead the way.
Let's go that way.
Winners first.
Great sportsmanship in defeat.
Well, Moira, you deserved that win. Brilliant stuff.
I don't know how I have scraped through. You know the expression, fool all of the people most of the time?
Yeah.
You know?
I've loved being on it with you as well. It's been fun.
Babe, that has been the best part.
Yeah.
Classy pair, eh? Right, anyone for a sing-song?